brainwash. One time someone asked Prabhupada very doubtfully, at the beginning there's so many doubts, is this a real thing or not, and like that. So someone asked, Prabhupada, I see that your disciples are being brainwashed. What is this, You're training them, you're brainwashing them. And Prabhupada replied very nicely, yes, it's a brainwash because their brain is very dirty. So we're doing this nice brainwash. They need it very nice, and they need it a lot, So this is what we do every day. We wash our brain. It's so dirty. And like just now we spent about an hour, a kīrtan, and then Viṣṇusahasranāma. I mean, that's a good brainwash. Good, solid, steady brainwash, Especially the hardest stains need serious scrubbing. So constant chanting helps a lot. The same with the rounds. So I guess it's time for any questions. If there are any questions. How many people?
There's 9 people.
9 people. And there's no questions?
There's 1 question.
Stephen was telling me that after Śrī Viṣṇusahasranāma, everyone's kind of dazed and takes a few minutes just to get back into asking questions.
Yeah, it takes a while. Is Divyesh connected?
No.
No? Okay. I wanted to reply to something from yesterday, but oh well.
There's a question from Prasad.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, Bābājī mentioned about helping the bridge community by donation or by purchasing land nearby.
Yes.
Do you know of the current prices in the market there? Where is the location in Tamil Nadu? I am from Andhra Pradesh, the neighboring state.
Ah, very nice. Because he's living in India then. I don't remember seeing in the map.
I think he lives in the US, but he's from...
Oh, I see, okay. There's so many variables at this point in time. We know that the land prices are very expensive. So this is because of this fake market in which everything is it's priced over the real price or too high according to the real value of land. So land is not a priority right now immediately, more like for example, if you can go to the Janmashtami. I don't know, is he going to the Janmashtami? Oh, okay. I guess that would be one option. We're going to discuss all the options there. And also we're going to broadcast, hours of broadcast. So you can get some more details there. The basic principle is, what's your current situation and how can you adjust everything so that you can be a part of the community? That's like, you should be thinking in such a way. And also you should be thinking on how to help your family members and how to get out of big cities and like that, because Bābājī has mentioned several times for years now that it's gonna get really bad. So in that framework, then you think, okay, so I want to accomplish this and they want to accomplish that, and my guru wants this from me. So how can I engage what I have and make it so that we match? The specifics about land and a particular city and like that are not clear yet, because we are basically going to, Navayovana and Bābājī are going to travel to each of these villages in the region. looking for the spot, you would say, and meet the local brahmanas and the local people responsible of each village, presenting our ideas, telling them about what we want to do, and then we would basically do this on a very short period of time, and then decide, okay, this is the place. And meanwhile, there's so many things to do, so much research and so much. There's like a vast amount of things you could help with. So I guess it requires to learn how to serve. I see that's the biggest challenge, especially at the beginning. We are used to being told what to do, or instructed and just follow instructions. In devotional service, that's the beginning. But as you mature in your service, you learn to serve by your own intelligence and energy and like that. So try to think, what's your current position? How can I offer what I have or my energy to Bābājī? And then approach Bābājī in such a mood. What do you think about if I do this and that? And then Bābājī gives you an instruction and like that. This way you develop a nice relationship with the Guru. And that's my best advice for now. Unless anyone has something else to say.
Find the gap and fill it.
You want to? Okay, he said, find the gap and fill it.
Or see the gap.
Or see the gap. Well, you have to, yeah.
Find and see.
You have to be aware to notice. Is there any more questions?
A question from Luciano. If a person in a Shudra position works focused on Krishna, he reaches perfection. Will he reach the same perfection as someone who preaches?
Well, depending on what you define as perfection. Perfection could mean like get liberation and reach the spiritual world. In that case, both would reach perfection. And then, if you want to be more specific, then you would have to compare the final destination in the spiritual world. And that's completely different or personal to each soul. That someone is a Shudra or Brahmana or whatever doesn't determine their final destination. What determines their final destination is Krishna and their relationship of that particular jiva with Krishna. Like there's several verses in the scriptures that mention that a spiritual master can be a Shudra, a Brahmana. It's not a requirement that the spiritual master is a Brahmana, especially in Kali Yuga. The requirement is that the Guru loves Krishna, that he can explain very scientifically the process of how to love Krishna. So, I mean, there's so many ways to answer your question. It all depends on so many variables, like the mood of the particular jiva, the soul who's serving Krishna. Is he in friendship? Is he in servitorship? In parenthood? Like that. There's no one applies for all, one size fits all answer, sorry. Okay, so let's chant Nrsimha prayers. Oh, there is more? Oh. Okay.
The question from Mother Christina.
Okay.
When we first meet Bābājī in New Jersey, what do we do exactly to greet him for the first time?
Well, depends where, basically. Like if it's Bābājī, I met him first in a bus station, picking him up. And it was like, I asked him the same thing. And like in the bus station, if you do obeisances there, everyone would freak out. And 10 policemen would jump on you. So basically it's according to the place, the circumstance, the context. The best is, of course, offer obeisances and be very respectful and like that. It's the only in the exception of being like in the airport, or especially, I mean, the airport in US, you offer obeisance. Oh man, we don't want to cause any big attention or something like that. So if it's outside the airport,